In this video, I'm going to share with you a method that will help you close your trades and profit in 80 or even 90% of cases. We'll be using a trading robot and one simple indicator. Accordingly, the robot will give us the direction for the trade. We can automatically open this trade right away, and the indicator will tell us whether it's worth entering the trade at all right now or not. And accordingly, with this method you can really achieve a very good win rate, which will help you grow your deposits. And no matter what the market is like right now, volatile or not, you can confidently use this method. So in this video, I'll show you all the details, how to work with the robot, how to set up the indicator, how to add it, and, of course, I'll show you a ready-made strategy that you just need to follow. As you can see, the trade closes in profit, a good profit, and brings me $2,100. Now, let's move on to the strategy itself and how to use it. To set everything up, we first need to go to the indicators and then specifically select the RSI indicator. We click on RSI, it gets added, and we can leave it at the default settings. But that's only if the market isn't volatile. If you see that the movement looks something like this, where the price is actively rising or actively falling, then I recommend setting the period not to 14, but to 8. Set this period, and your indicator will become more responsive. We can even look for a good currency pair specifically for these settings and open a trade together with the bot. The US dollar and Japanese yen pair works for us. The payout here isn't very high, but overall, it's a good pair. So I choose the US dollar and Japanese yen, 1 minute per trade. And by the way, I actually won't open a trade if we have. Yeah, look, here's how we should do the analysis. We get a signal from the bot, for example, to buy. And here we can see that the RSI indicator shows that the value is above 70. So anything above 70 we skip, and anything below 30 we also skip. We only open trades within this working range. So that's something you need to remember. We trade here, but we don't trade above or below this range. So I just skipped this signal and now I'll get one on another currency pair. That means you need to wait until the indicator enters the working range. For the next currency pair, I choose British pound and Japanese yen. I set the trade time to 1 minute and now wait for a ready signal from the robot. And I get a buy signal. Since the RSI indicator is within the working range, there's nothing stopping me from opening a buy trade. So, what's the algorithm here? First, you get the signal and its direction, then you check. So your algorithm should be as follows. If the indicator value is above or below 30, you don't open a trade. If it's in the middle, then you can go ahead and trade confidently. By the way, I want to remind you that you can get this trading robot right now using the link in the description and also in the pinned comment. All you need to do is go to it, activate it, and then it will give you all the instructions. You don't need to download or install anything, so don't worry about viruses. It works directly on the Telegram platform. This is a platform that stood the test of time, so there won't be any security issues. So go ahead and activate this robot right now. And by the way, in the meantime, this trade has brought me another $2,600. As you can see, that's a pretty good profit. Alright, let's move on, and I'll explain how this indicator works and what it shows. The next currency pair is the British pound and the Canadian dollar. I select this currency pair, set the trade time to 1 minute, and now I'm waiting for a signal. I get a sell signal. Since our RSI indicator is within the working range, I confidently open a sell trade from here. So even without entry points, this is already a good strategy. Next, how does this indicator work? So, when the values are in the middle, everything is fine with the market. It's in balance. When the value goes above, into this zone, that means the market is overbought. In other words, at that moment, buyers have overdone it and bought up the entire market. Accordingly, we need to sell some assets to restore that balance. And accordingly, the price can make a sharp move downward. It's the same thing here, but from below, only here it's the sellers. So, if the sellers have overdone it, we can expect a very sharp rebound upward in the near future. So you need to be careful with this. That's exactly why we use this indicator, to prevent such unpleasant situations. By the way, as you can see, the trade closed at a loss, a pretty unpleasant one, but unfortunately, that happens. Boost Robot has a success rate of about 85% positive trades, so you need to keep that in mind as well. Alright, for the next trade, I'll cover it with $4,000 and make up for this loss now. I'm choosing the currency pair Australian dollar/Canadian dollar, selecting it in Boost Robot, and setting the trade time to 1 minute. And right from here, I'm opening a buy trade, since the RSI indicator is in the middle. That means this is a reliable working range where you can safely open your trades. A good trade brings me a significant $2,300. Let's proceed to open the next trade for $3,000 again. Australian dollar, Swiss franc. I'm choosing the currency pair and setting the trade time to 1 minute. I get a buy signal. Since the RSI indicator is in the working range, it's safe to open the trade. And once again, I want to remind you that you can find the link to this robot in the description and in the pinned comment. So go ahead, activate it, and start copying its signals. Its win rate is between 80 and 90% successful trades. This trade brings me $2,500. As you can see, the indicator is actually very simple. I significantly increased my deposit balance. I earned about 10, even 12% during this video, so you can achieve the same result and make a really good amount in just a few trades. That's why I'm leaving the link to the robot in the description. All you need to do is activate it, and it will give you all the instructions you need. You can activate it with the start command or by manually typing /start, and then the robot will be activated. But if you have any questions, just ask our managers. They'll help you and answer all your questions. Anyway, I'm leaving the links in the description. That's it for now. I'll say goodbye. See you soon.